those who are able, please rise to render the military honors. Honor guard. And salute. Ready? 2. You may be seated. behalf of the President of the United States Navy, and a grateful nation, please accept this flag as a symbol of our appreciation for your husband's honorable and faithful service to our country. Yes, for your espousal.
Family and friends were gathered together for the last time to bid farewell to Thomas Joseph Maguire. He served in the U.S. Navy during the Vietnam War. Thomas Maguire was age 65 of Morganton, passed away Friday, May 10, 2013, at the Heritage Healthcare Nursing Home in Blue Ridge. Mr. Maguire was born on Friday, July the 11th, 1947, in Brooklyn, New York, to the late Thomas Eugene Maguire and the late Rita Gretsch Maguire. He grew up in a small town called Lennoxdale in Massachusetts, and he graduated from Lennox High School. While in high school, Tom enlisted in the Navy Reserve, then joined the active duty upon graduating during the Vietnam War. After his discharge, he drove a delivery truck for Eckerd Drug Company. Tom had a love for history. He belonged to a cannon crew that participated in Civil War reenactments. He was an outdoor man, and he liked to fish and hunt. He also enjoyed operating ham radios. Tom attended St. Luke's Episcopal Church in Blue Ridge. He is survived by his wife, Elsie Aventhus Maguire of Morganton, stepdaughter and son-in-law Leslie Delderfield, and Sandra and Gary McGrath of Palm Beach County. Stepson and daughter-in-law Stephen and Mary Delderfield of Palm Beach County, sister and brother-in-law Claudia and Wayne Gilbert of Dalton, Massachusetts. Brother and sister-in-law Andrew and Doris Maguire and brother Kevin Maguire, both of Pittsfield, Mass. 7 step-grandchildren and a host of nephews and nieces. His wife gave me this information. Tom was born in Brooklyn, New York. His family moved to a small town in the Berkshires of Massachusetts named Lennoxdale. He graduated from Lennox High School. While in high school, he joined the Naval Reserve. He was called to active duty in 1966, serving as a fireman, a cook, and a radio operator on the USS Hamburg, a destroyer escort with tours of duty in the Mediterranean and South America. After 2 years of active duty, he received an honorable discharge and was awarded a National Defense Service Medal in June of '88. Thomas met his wife, Elsie, in the summer of 1984 in an airplane somewhere between Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach. Sitting next to each other, they learned they both grew up in the Berkshires, and they lived only a mile apart in Pompano Beach. They were married in February 1985. For 25 years, Tom drove tractor-trailer trucks for Eckerd Drugs. After becoming disabled, he and his wife moved to their mountain home in Morganton, Georgia, 2002. Tom's many interests included astrology, amateur radio operator, bars volunteer, neighborhood watches and citizens on patrol, hunting and fishing, Civil War reenacting, outdoor cooking, favorite dishes, deep fried turkey and coffee beef stew. Tom enjoyed cooking for the soldiers in the Civil War unit, the 7th Connecticut, Company G, and many reactors from Elizabeth, Florida to Gettysburg to Cape Cod. After moving to North Georgia, he joined a cannon company in Tennessee. Tom also collected antique books, guns, and Civil War artifacts. He passed away after a long illness in May 10th, 2013. Date of interment, April 22nd, 22 at 11:30 a.m. The following is a poem written by Frank Dawson, just a few short lines. They are not long, the weeping and the laughter, love and peace. They have no portion after we pass the gate. They are not long, the days of wine and roses. Out of a misty dream, our path emerges for a while, then closes within a dream. The following is a poem by John Donne. These passages were not originally written as a poem. The passage is taken from 1624, year 1624, Meditation 17, from Devotion upon Emergent Occasion and his prose. The words of the original passage are as follows. You probably recognize the last two lines. No man is an island entire to himself. Each is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If a cloud be washed away by the sea, Europe is the less, as well as if a promontory were, as well as if a matter of thine own, or of thine friend's own. Each man's death diminishes me, for I am involved in mankind. Therefore, sin not to, for whom the bell tolls, the bell tolls for thee. The following is a poem that was found on an Army Air Base in England after the war ended. Somebody opened a door and this poem was lying there. I think it's very appropriate. It's called The Final Flight. Author is unknown. Do not grieve for me, for now I'm free. I'm following the path the Lord laid for me. I took his hand when I heard his call. I turned my back and left it all. I could not stay another day. I must learn to laugh, to love, to work, to play. Tasks left undone must stay that way. I've found that peace at the end of the day. If my parting has left a void, then fill it with remembered joy. A friendship shared, a laugh, a kiss. Ah, yes, these things too I will miss. Be not burdened with times of sorrow. I wish you the sunshine of tomorrow. My life's been good. I've savored much. Good friends, good times, a loved one's touch. Perhaps my time seemed all too brief. Don't lengthen it now, but your grief. Lift up your heart and share with me. God wanted me now. He set me free. The following is from Leviticus, 3rd chapter, 1 through 11 verses. There is an appointed time for everything, a time for every affair under the heavens, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant and to uproot the plant, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to be far from embraces, a time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. What advantage has the worker from this toil? I've considered the task which God has appointed for man to be buried about. He has made everything appropriate to its time, and put the timeless into their hearts, without men's ever discovering from beginning to end the work which God has done for them. We have a minute or two. Would anyone like to say anything? And these proceedings are closed.